So we're talking about capacity. We're talking about building capacity, what it means, identifying it, defining it. It's very important, though, that we have this conversation about how do we sustain it. I know what capacity is. I know I need to build it. That's on me. I know why I need to build it. It helps other people. I know that. I'm on board. But how do I keep it, Martin? How do I sustain my capacity? Here's the principle I want to turn you on to and cause you to focus a bit. Growth is really useless if you can't sustain it. Me being able to lift 100 pounds and get myself there, I can't quit. If I quit, what happens? Eventually, in a couple of weeks, a month or two, I'm not lifting 100 pounds. I'm lifting 90. If I wait any longer than that, I'm not lifting 90. I'm lifting 80. You get what I'm saying? Capacity can diminish. It can slip away. So maintaining it is very important. I know I'm talking a little slower because I want to get this across to you. This is not about arriving in a place. You don't arrive at capacity. It's a lifelong learning habit that you have to focus on all your life. You want to be in a place of capacity growing, sustaining, and keeping that thing going each level that you possibly can. So, growth is useless unless you sustain it. And the Commonwealth right now, our movement, we need thousands, millions of people who are leaders who can carry weight long term. They can grow their business from a sole proprietorship to managing 100,000 people in their business. Okay? We need people who are growing and can carry the weight of others, carry responsibility of managing not just $1,000, but maybe $1 billion. We are not looking for one-hit wonders. No, you're so important. You stand at the center of the Commonwealth. You're too important to just not sustained where we're taking you to. So there are some keys to sustainability. Sustaining your capacity is done in a few ways. What are the keys? The keys are rest and recovery. You have to know how to rest and recover. You need to understand systems and structure. You also need to understand continuous learning. You hear what I'm saying? You need all those keys. So let's talk about rest and recovery. When you're lifting something physically, emotionally, psychologically, when you're lifting something, if you're sick or if you're lifting weights and you go through a period of being sick or you go through a period of lifting weights, right after that, you need rest and recovery. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't help someone if you're empty. You can't invest in my business if you have no money. You can't invest in your friendship with me if you have no capacity for understanding other people, being nice, being considerate. You've used all that energy for yourself. You need rest. You need time away from the business, time away from relationships, time away from the weight room. You don't lift every day, all day. You don't lift heavy situations all day and all your life. You take breaks. Because as you give, you want to be filled up again. You want to do things, go places, eat things, be with certain people where they're not expecting you to give so that you can keep yourself full. Keep yourself full and give it out again, right? Your cup's empty. I can't drink from you. If your bottle's empty, you can't fill my cup. So make sure you get rest. Make sure you get plenty of sleep. Make sure you have friends, family that loves you, a place that you can go be yourself. You get what I'm saying? So rest and recovery is important. The second principle in sustaining it is systems and structure. I love this subject. You need systems and structure so you're not carrying it all. You're passing that on to different structures. So build habits and processes so that you don't really have to rely on your willpower. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make myself do it. There comes a day you can't make yourself do it. You're too tired. You're too empty. You're used up. You need rest. You need fulfillment. You need things you enjoy. You need to go see a movie. You need to take 3-day vacations. You need to read a book. You need to go do something that you enjoy that rebuilds you. Won't be everything. It may not be things that rebuild other people, right? But it's the thing that rebuilds you, right? As long as it doesn't break any laws, doesn't break any laws of ethics, it's not illegal, right? And it's something that you're not going to be cast down upon your reputation because you're doing it. But stuff that fulfills you. You have to build those habits and processes that you don't rely on willpower alone. Okay? Systems change your life, and those systems can be working even at night while you're sleeping. You don't have to carry them. Right? Making sense? The third thing that allows you to sustain it is continuous learning. You always have to become a lifelong learning. I call it triple L syndrome. I have a triple L syndrome. I'm going to learn to the day I die. I'm going to keep trying to learn. I'm going to be in environments where people are expecting me to learn. I got to keep learning different vocabularies, different type of people, different nations, different languages, different ways to run a business, different ways to lead a family. I have to continue learning. You've got to stay curious. Your mind has to grow every day. As fast as your responsibilities, your mind has to grow. Your responsibilities go from $1,000 business to $100,000 business, then your responsibilities are growing. Your capacity has to grow. You're in $1 million business. Your capacity has to grow. It has to stay even with your responsibilities, which means you have to be learning all of the time. Do you understand me? I'm telling you, I'm just wondering through the epidemic, through this whole thing called COVID is what most people called it. Did you watch Amazon at all? Amazon, man, started just by selling books online. Just books. We're just selling books online. But Amazon started putting into systems. If they had stayed there, just books, they would have faded away. But they sustained themselves. They sustained their growth. It came from constant invention, reinvention, innovation. What else can we sell than books? How can we sell more things than books? Who do we bring on board? What are the automatic systems? Now you can go to Amazon.com and buy anything. Just about. You can buy anything. And they have these distribution centers that are close. It used to take 3 days to get stuff. But now most of us, we order something in the morning and it's on our doorstep by the afternoon. Get what I'm saying? As their business grew, they grew capacity. And here's what I want you to learn. I want you to learn that you can't grow a business bigger without capacity. You can't grow a family bigger without capacity. You can't grow your body bigger and healthier without sustaining capacity. You have to keep up with what your world is. That's you, in your mind, your habits, your everything. You got to stay on board. You got to keep growing. A cell that stops growing dies. You can't die. Your business can't die. Your family can't die. Your body can't die. Keep it moving. Grow capacity, right? That's the idea. Think of capacity like this. Think of capacity like a smartphone battery. Me and Brandon, who's recording this and helping to edit it, we were talking about the computer that he was using. He was talking about the mouse and the pad. And he said, these things are very smart, but they do need to charge every now and then. And you almost need to let them go down so that they learn that they need to recharge. They need to learn. They need to be disconnected. My phone needs to be disconnected, and it needs to know its power goes down. So that when I plug it up, it has a memory that it has to go up again. Listen, your smartphone battery, you have to think about the idea that expansion is increasing the size of the battery. It's making the battery smart. Sustaining is making sure it charges daily and doesn't drain too fast. So you train your battery on everything. And that battery knows it's got to go down. So I'm thinking that tonight sometime in my cell phone, I'm thinking that tonight sometime Martin's going to let me go down during the day, but he's going to fill me up by the next morning. While he's sleeping, I'm going to be charging. That's what a battery does. Your life is the same. It's like that. I expect it to go down. I expect my energy to go down during the day, but I expect to have ways where I charge it up and get that energy back up so that I can do what I do again and continually. So here's how I want you seriously engage with me and everybody else, right? I want you to answer this in the comments. I want you to respond to this. What's one skill you'd commit to investing in this year that will stretch you and sustain your capacity? What's one skill, one thing that you might need to do better? Would you commit to investing in this year that's going to stretch you, and it'll also make your gifts sustainable and it increases your capacity? I want you to share it. I want you to share it with us. Share it with your community. People will reach out to you and they'll talk to you. Share it and lock it in now because it's public. It's public. You've gone public now. You've talked about you and your capacity, and now everything has changed. Everybody out there, you've already liked this. You subscribed, right? Now I want you to comment. It puts you out there and it gets you into the place. Now you should be able to understand capacity. When you see it as an ability and an endurance, it changes everything in your life. Your capacity matters because you're the center of the Commonwealth. You're the center of it. I'm the center of it. And the better I do in my life, the better the Commonwealth becomes. You expand everything around the world. So expand, and I'm so glad that we're connected now. We're connected now, me and you, in a supernatural way. All right? I'll see you next time. So yeah, I mean, I know how impacting this type of information is. If it's important to you, the impact that it's having on your life, only thing you need to do is like, share, make comments, communicate with me on this particular channel. Subscribe to it. You don't want to miss anything I have to say about this subject because you're looking at a guy who's the evidence of how you can live your life.